Welcome to the South, this is how we roll out. If you see me pop the trunk, it's a blow out. Money go for everything. We locking doors. You hit the floor, cause we about to score. Welcome to the South.
For weekly pro wrestling news, AEW news, WWE news, independent wrestling news, it's the X Factor, the hottest pro wrestling news show with the one and only Professor X.
All right, y'all, what's up? It's your boy Professor X. It's been a while, but I'm back here live with my brother Zargon. Or actually, tonight he's Get the Belt. But tonight we're gonna get this news because we got a ton of news to get to, and it has happened. Vince McMahon. Now he says technically he sold the company, but really what he did was he merged it with his, from what I understand now, his longtime friend Ari Emanuel. They've been friends for over 20 years. That's what they said in that CNBC video, or interview. They've been friends all this time, and we didn't even know about it. But they have merged WWE and UFC into one big conglomerate global company. Let's see. Let me pull up the article. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this right here. It says new publicly listed company to be 51% owned by Endeavor and 49% by existing WWE shareholders. Now, the first question I have is, why do the WWE shareholders only get 49% and Endeavor is getting 51%? I mean, I know it's under one umbrella, but anyway, Endeavor to contribute UFC into company and enterprise value at $12.1 billion. The company combined is supposed to be $21 billion. Now, Vince McMahon got his $9.3 billion. Triple H is going to get a cool $5 million, and Nick Khan's going to get $10 million. But here's something interesting I found on the Axios article when they also talk about this. Let's see. It's at the bottom here. Yeah, right here. It says McMahon returned to the company suddenly in January amid sale talks following his disgraced exit in 2022. He is expected to serve as an executive chair of the board of the newly combined company. McMahon signed a new 2-year employment contract with the WWE last month with an annual compensation package valued at $7.6 million per the Hollywood. $7.6 million. This comes by the way of the Hollywood Reporter, by the way. The contract includes the rights to be extended further in 1-year increments after the deal ends. Okay, now so he got his 9.3 billion. Now he signed a contract as an employee. Now I've never heard of Vince McMahon being an employee. That's the first right there. But it's a compensation of an extra $7.6 million. So I guess he's getting some spending cash. Zargon, Get the Belt. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm trying to figure out, how are you a $9 billion employee? That's the first question I want to ask. Like, how do you have that much money? And me personally, I still think Vince McMahon never gave away the company. That's my conspiracy theory. That's my hot take, if you want to say that. But for him to find a loophole to bring himself back at the top of the company, this guy's the evil genius. I hate to give him credit, but Vince McMahon knows what he's doing. He knows how to find a way to get stuff done. Even if he has to say, okay, I'm going to use you as a scapegoat, or I'm going to use you as somebody else, like to get this stuff across. So I'm going to say you're the new CEO or whatever. And then after a while, I'm going to go underground for a little bit. And then I'm going to rise back up slowly. Also, interesting part. How is it that Tony Khan gets more money than Triple H? I mean, not Tony Khan, Nick Khan, excuse me. How the hell Nick Khan get 10 million, Triple H get 5? What kind of stuff is that?
I think it has to do with the level of power. See, Nick Khan is a higher level of power than son-in-law. But I guess you would think his son-in-law would get 10 million. I don't know, but I guess
at least.
Nick Khan is basically he's the power guy. He's in maybe in a sense of the word, he's almost on the same level with Vince in a way.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but as far as this whole deal, and we're gonna talk about it a lot about it. As far as this deal goes, yeah, he never gave away the company. It's just under an endeavor. But the thing is, now the trick is when the deal is finalized, Vince McMahon no longer has total power. That's the key right there. That's the interesting part.
No,
But I
we
want to
need
read
to
something.
read that. We need to read that contract. They need to put that contract online and have Vince McMahon's actual signature because it gets to that point. Because how Vince McMahon is, he will find a way to do something. Like this man has done it for decades. He has found a way to do some slimy stuff. So it's like one of those you got to actually see it in writing. Also, like who did they merge with though?
No, they merged with the UFC.
So okay, so I gotta ask this just because. Does this mean the underground thing's gonna come back that they was doing in WWE
Oh,
some time ago with the
yeah, with Shane McMahon. Yeah, I know what you're talking
yeah.
about. Yeah,
I wonder if that comes back because that was actually not too bad in the beginning. It wasn't too bad if they could keep the serious tone with it and actually do stuff with it. I think they could make a little something on the side with that.
that's
But it can't
true.
be Vince McMahon influenced. I'm sorry because
Yeah, that's true. I doubt that. Someone made a comment about that also on another platform I saw, but it was like a joke. I doubt that comes back because that ran for what it was, and then they just took it off. So I doubt they bring it back. But you never know. They may bring it back.
I
But I
mean
want
you
to.
can make a superstar out of that.
Yeah, you
You can
could.
actually get a superstar out of that.
You
So
could, and
I mean,
actually, it
it
can
can
make
help somebody.
it can make a bigger star than NXT. Because thing is, since it's underground and it's more old school grappling, it's better than NXT. But I got something. Somebody sent me a picture on Facebook of a
Okay.
statement by Endeavor. It says right here and I quote, on April 3rd, 2023, WWE was purchased by Endeavor Media Group. Ariel Emanuel, the CEO, thought it was best for everyone that Vince McMahon stays in creative position for World Wrestling Entertainment. However, we here at Endeavor, including Executive Chairman Patrick Whitesell, believe that keeping Vince in a creative position was a very bad decision. Ooh. We examined Vince's creative process in the April 3rd edition of Monday Night Raw. Remember that Raw last Monday? That very bad after WrestleMania Raw? Okay, let me finish this. After Monday Night Raw, and believe that his decisions were not in the best interest of the company. Therefore, going forward, Paul Levesque will run the day-to-day creative team for World Wrestling Entertainment. We hope that this will be the best of interest to the company going forward. Now that comes on the hinges of all the huge negative feedback Raw got for him being in charge and being in creative. So that right there shows you right there, Vince is starting off on the wrong foot with these people because Endeavor apparently don't play. And the thing is, they have the power now. Once this deal is finalized, they have the power to actually oust Vince if they want. I mean, Vince might sue him, but I don't know what Vince's shares are. And plus, you say you want to see the contract, that's classified. That contract will never be shown in the public eye. And if it is, it would have to be somebody that basically wants to, I guess, oust Vince again. Somebody who has a copy of it in an email. So they would have to post it online. But to do that, I'm pretty sure the company, once they saw it, they probably have it deleted. So if it were to be posted, anybody who sees it would have to screenshot it real quick. But what are your thoughts on that statement?
Oh yeah, Vince McMahon will definitely sue them without question. You know he would. He would. I would. I'm telling you, I don't put anything past Vince McMahon. If there's a will, there's a way. With Vince McMahon, you literally have to take stuff from his dead cold hands. Like you got to take it from him. Vince McMahon is never just going to give anything away. And that is something he has said and lived by his entire life, or since he's been CEO of WWE. He has been like, even like, no matter what Vince McMahon does, it always, like, even when he's booking stuff, this is Vince McMahon influence. So if we as fans could pick up on that, best believe some shady stuff behind the scenes, and you'd be like, man, this got Vince McMahon written all over it. So I would definitely say that. But I mean, I just wonder what this new company is going to do, though. Because are they going to hire their own writers, or are they going to, hire other people, or are they going to do like bookers, like people with wrestling minds? So you have to put that into consideration too.
Also, I heard something else on another show somebody mentioned. Do you remember the final days of WCW when they merged with Time Warner before WCW closed down? You see how that went? This looks very similar. This looks very similar because the thing that they already said was Ariel already said they're going to be run as separate entities. So everything's going to stay the same as far as daily operations for both sides. They're not going to have like UFC people showing up on Raw and have people from wrestling showing up on the UFC pay-per-view because see, UFC is actually real fighting. So the funny thing here is you have fake sports entertainment fighting combined with real fighting. And see, Ronda Rousey used to be with the UFC and we all know her exit, how she was exited, how she couldn't take it losing her last two matches, but she got her butt kicked. Definitely. I want to say, well, what's up to Sherman O. Scott in the chat? What's up, man? Thanks for pulling through.
That is true.
So how is that going to affect Ronda Rousey because Ronda Rousey left UFC and plus you notice she's not really featured all that much on WWE now. Her basically demands right now are for her and Shayna to win the tag team titles. That's what's coming, I think. Eventually.
That's the only thing she could hope for.
Yeah, that's one thing she hope for because the thing is, the thrill and the excitement of her being there is long gone. No one cares anymore. No one cares. No one gives a flying fuck
people
about
giving her people giving her the oh my god type of vibe already. So
right, yeah, I'm pretty sure she might have heat in the locker room too. But that's another story for another day. But also,
you think so?
I don't know. She might, yeah, because I just think I just remember how she came in. I mean, they rolled out the red carpet and everything for her. She didn't have to do any matches or struggle to get to the top. She was basically handed a title shot and handed the spotlight off the bat. And basically, all your homegrown talent. I said this before in other videos. All your homegrown talent was basically just kicked to the side. No one gave a shit. So but I think with Vince gone a while and Triple H is maybe curved that. But now with Vince back somewhat, who knows? And like, did you see Triple H's speech Monday night when he said, "No, we're not going anywhere"? He's thinking talent in the back and thinking everybody, thinking the cameraman. People look at that as, if you read between the lines, that's basically a smoke screen for he's saying goodbye. But I guess maybe right now, maybe not. But if Endeavor can enforce Triple H being in charge and Vince McMahon not being in charge, now from what I understand was he wasn't at SmackDown, so that was good because the show vibe felt a little different, I guess, for what it was. But he wasn't at SmackDown. But the thing is, if Endeavor can enforce good writing and good booking without Vince without Vince's hands in the cookie jar, maybe maybe you can improve the product. But the thing is, you think about winning deals finalized and down 2 or 3 years down the road, what's going to happen then? I mean, you can have a $21 billion company, but to me, that's a lot of money and a lot of greed. But the next thing I want to get to is with the same story. They're saying says Endeavor COO hints at WWE layoffs coming. So I guess that hasn't changed. It's right here.
Well, spring cleaning, I expect that every year. I expect it to be some big.
They say it says because there will be a merger, layoffs are expected as there will be people at Endeavor in departments that can handle things at certain WWE departments. Anything from HR to finance to legal to communications, production to distribution and marketing. A guy named Shapiro said across every area, you're going to find cost synergies. You're going to integrate and ultimately highlight and appoint the best and brightest teams. So now they didn't mention any talent, but I'm thinking that applies to even especially WWE talent. It's just it's just one of those things where there's people they don't need, that are there that they don't need, like people who aren't featured.
There's a lot of people that's there that they just got on the roster just because. Yeah. I could see the guys getting cut real quick. I mean they do got NXT, but that's not enough. I could see them releasing a lot of cruiserweights that they got in the company. I see a lot of the smaller guys going, like almost immediately. Some of the bigger guys, probably like a few, like one or two. I don't know. I could even see a former champion, like former champions, even being released. I mean, because you always got to have that shocking release. So I do think somebody's, it's going to be a release that nobody sees coming, or somebody's going to ask for a release. So it could be a little bit of both. But I mean, when they're changing the guard, you got to expect somebody to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could see someone like Drew McIntyre being released. I could see someone like Sheamus being released, and it won't surprise me at all. I'll just be like, oh, not surprising.
Oh yeah, speaking of Drew McIntyre, I'm pretty sure you saw on the link. He was pulled due to a health issue, but also he's been in negotiations because his contract was up, I think, a few days ago,
Oh,
and
okay.
him and officials haven't agreed on a new deal because he said he's again like other wrestlers have like other wrestlers who have before they left, were unhappy with the money he's offered and creative. So see,
Oh,
at one point, remember a couple years ago, when he was white hot, no going for the title and everything. This is before Cody Rhodes came back, of course, but he was white hot, but they never gave him the title, I guess, because I
Line
believe.
upon the tub of windy sweat.
Okay. Anyway, I feel nice title belt. Nice title belt. Anyway, no, what I'm saying was, I think McIntyre is basically going through the same, withdrawal and process that other wrestlers who've been there, basically, veterans been there, are not getting, what they hope for or what they think they deserve. So now, if he wants more money, that's the other thing. See, they're not gonna pay him, if they don't think he's worth that. You know what I mean? Especially now Cody Rhodes and his storyline and Sami Zayn, getting hot too, because Sami Zayn's actually getting hotter than Drew McIntyre, and he doesn't even have the same look or the same, because those big guys have the main event look in the Sash, because Drew McIntyre's a big dude, kind of Sid Vicious and
I thought Sammy was going to be one of those to get released.
No, they're not going to release him because him and Kevin Owens just won the tag team titles at WrestleMania. So, and also you got Jey Uso hinting now at almost a babyface turn now with the last you saw SmackDown. He blocked he blocked Sokola from doing a spike on him. See, so so there's a hint right there. They get ready to break up the bloodline and the Usos in a sense.
So Bobby Lashley too ain't off the hook.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Bobby Lashley got railroaded at WrestleMania because Bray Wyatt went out and also even the boy LA Knight, he had a segment on WrestleMania and it was scrapped. So they go right there. He had a segment that was scrapped. So he had a lot of bullshit.
I'm still trying to figure out how do you go from Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley having a match to it being, I guess, a DQ or whatever. And everybody thought they was going to face each other at WrestleMania like it should have been. And then all of a sudden, Bobby Lashley's fighting Bray Wyatt and then Brock Lesnar's fighting Omos. And it's like, what in the world's going on?
Yeah, that Brock Lesnar Omos match was terrible. But Brock Lesnar won. Oh, speaking of him, you see what he did to Cody Rhodes? I was looking forward to that. And also, but that was actually pretty good at the end. That was the best thing. That was a swerve. That was a good swerve because we didn't see that coming because we thought Brock, was like, but he's been a babyface for a while. So now we're going to see his ruthless side again. So that's good.
Yeah, I don't think Brock Lesnar likes being a face at all. I just don't think he.
Brock Lesnar doesn't like anybody in the back. He doesn't like nobody at all. He doesn't like anybody in the back. He is a lone wolf, literally in the back.
Yeah, pretty much.
He doesn't have nobody. He just for himself, by himself, and to himself. He's basically an island. He's basically an island unto himself.
Pretty much.
Which is probably a good thing, Hey,
I put a towel. Oh, okay.
Because technically, on the camera, they call themselves a family. Them motherfuckers ain't they please. That place is all about money and dollars. Because they call themselves a family, and if you're not making money for them, you notice, like I said at WrestleMania, the spring cleaning. Oh, speaking of spring cleaning, I can see two people possibly going. Well, one was posted to have been released, but that was a bad rumor from a fake Twitter account. Somebody had a sign in the crowd Monday night. Also, yeah, here it is. I got it right here.
They had a sign.
No, it was a sign they had. The sign was confiscated, but you know what it said? give Dana Brooke a chance, because Dana Brooke has been demoted now to main event.
Man, there's no hope for that girl.
And look, there's a
she
picture
getting
here on
released.
Twitter. The guy has a Twitter account. His picture on Twitter. He took a picture of the sign, and Dana Brooke actually posted a tweet to him, apologized, said, "I'm so sorry. This is so wrong, and will be addressed." I don't know how you can address it when you have no power and no authority. But
All
look,
she could say is what she feels, and that's all that's going to happen.
and basically saying what you feel is what gets you in the doghouse over there at Whack Ass Wrestling Entertainment.
Well,
But
she's barely on TV, so I mean, like the worst she could be like, "Oh, what you gonna do? Release me?" And WWE probably is gonna be looking to release her anyway. So
probably so, yeah.
I mean, for her,
if you're demoted to a main event and you got no storylines, nothing going on, because there's no comedy, there's no more comedy skits for the 24/7 title, because that's been thrown in the garbage. And you notice now, I've heard he's injured, but I haven't seen Ron R-Truth anymore. But I've heard he's injured. That's what somebody told me, he's injured. That's why you ain't seen him on TV.
he is?
Yeah, that's why you ain't seen him for months. But getting back to this fan, why would you confiscate a sign that says "Give Dana a chance"? Give Dana Brooke a chance. Then that's bullshit right there. The sign wasn't derogatory because I know, but the sign wasn't derogatory. Now look, I saw another sign on a Twitter page. Somebody had in the crowd at a different show. Somebody had a sign, "I came to see Bailey's ass again." He had the word "ass" on the sign. Now why wasn't that confiscated? You confiscate a PG, like said, remember how this is supposed to be rated PG? You confiscated a PG rated sign saying guy expressing himself how he feels about Dana Brooke, give her a chance, and you let slide a sign saying I came to see Bailey's ass again. I'm like, what? And speaking of Bailey, I got this right here. She posted a cryptic tweet. You probably saw it, about sometimes even the best love romances come to an end by. Apparently on Raw, here it is. Yeah, it says on the Raw, because it says right here. At Saturday's WrestleMania 39, Damage Control lost to Trish Stratus, Women's Tag Team Champions Lynch and Lita, in a 6-woman team match after feuding for the last several weeks. It says, coming out of the show, Bailey had sent out a cryptic message indicating she may be taking time off from WWE. Of course, yeah. And it says, as previously reported, McMahon made changes to Monday's Raw shortly before the show went live and throughout the show. While Triple H will be running creative day to day, McMahon will likely have the final say on creative. But it says Bailey was scheduled for the show accompanying Damage Control. For some reason, she was cut at the last minute. Now that shows you right there. And the thing is, when Damage Control came out, no Bailey, they didn't mention her at all. So right there, now they're saying she's not being released. She's just taking time off. But the thing is, why would you pull her from the show all of a sudden? That's the problem. So you're pulling people.
They always do that.
But I'm saying they're pulling people. I mean, and Bailey's a good wrestler, and she's entertaining and somewhat. She's comical. She cuts a promo. She works hard. I can see him releasing Dana Brooke, because Dana Brooke doesn't do.
I could see Bailey being released. At this point, they're like, "Oh, we're cutting costs, so yeah, let's just cut Bailey." I could see them.
Yeah,
I can see them cutting her. I mean, they let Sasha go. I mean, excuse me, Monet. They let her go.
They let her go after she walked out. She had to go through Laura to get let go, because it took months to get let go, but she walked out technically. So she walked out.
Okay, so is Naomi still with the company, or is she going too? Because that's another one I was going to bring up.
I think she's gone technically, but they're saying her and WWE were in talks, but talks have slowed down or they've stopped. So just like Drew McIntyre, I think she's pretty much gone, because actually, guess what? She showed up she was ringside at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view recently. She was ringside at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So if she is gone, she may pop up in AEW soon. You never know.
It won't be surprising.
All right, what's up, Micah Hill? Yeah, she might be gone. I think.
She's gone. Okay.
She's physically gone because I don't think she's coming back. She was never coming back, because if the sides can't come to an agreement, this could be money or it could be creative. She's probably saying, "No, hey, fuck this." And the thing is, despite this merger is only good for Vince and his team. He doesn't give a shit about the wrestlers. I mean, think about this. Okay, 21. The company's worth $21 billion. He's getting $9.3 billion. You would think somebody with all them millions coming in, you would share that or spread that around in the wrestlers' salaries. The wrestlers ought to get a salary raise. You know what I mean? Triple H is the only guy getting something. He's getting $5 million. McIntyre, nobody else is getting $5 million. And I don't think I don't think Shane's getting shit. I know Stephanie. I don't think is getting anything because she quit anyway. Oh, speaking of Shane McMahon, did you see Shane McMahon's match or see him at WrestleMania? I was asking you. Did you see Shane McMahon at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I seen him
Yeah.
break
In
his
the ring,
leg.
in the ring, fighting with the Miz, and then does a leapfrog and got hurt about 10 seconds into the match. 10 seconds into the match. Like I said, I don't condone people getting hurt, but I thought that shit was hilarious. The thing is, the guy's in his 50s trying to do a leapfrog, and he tore his quad, and somebody took pictures of him being carried out in the ring by officials being helped out. That was a wash, but people said Snoop Dogg, good old Snoop Dogg, saved the segment, and improvised. So, but Shane should have Shane O'Mac should have never been in the
They
ring.
had to do something.
Well,
I think there's certain things that Shane should do, but then there's certain things that he shouldn't. And doing leapfrogs is definitely one of them.
Not at his age, but now years ago, during the Attitude Era or the post-Attitude Era, he was pretty good. Remember how he took bumps and
but he was young though. Like Shane is like,
and he leaped off the thing onto a table. I remember, because he was young, and then he's been gone. He must have begged that he must have begged your dad to come back because, like I said, remember how Vince sent him home, and that was like over a year ago, and they haven't spoken since. I kind of wonder what happened because I didn't expect to see him. That was a surprise. That was a legitimate surprise for WrestleMania. I'm like, oh my God, he brought back his son. Oh shit. And after his sister didn't quit about what, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, you remember Stephanie McMahon? She resigned. She gone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You remember Stephanie? Yeah, she took a leave of absence time once Vince got back, which is kind of strange. That's just me. But yeah, Dana Brooke is looks to be maybe ousted. I don't know, but yeah, this deal is good for Vince and Vince only.
Okay. Of course. He's always gonna be the only one that benefits.
He got $9.3 billion, which actually he can retire on. He doesn't even need to work, but he loves it. And the thing is, behind all this, the wrestlers are still going to suffer.
I can still see Triple H being gone too. It will not surprise me at all.
Oh, he ain't going nowhere. No, like I said, that man just got $5 million. He ain't going nowhere. Why would he go? The only way he's going to go is if he retires or if something happens to Stephanie.
They could give him his $5 million and send him on his merry way.
That's true.
Don't put it past WWE to do that. Don't put it past them. You can't put anything past them.
They need him to book the show because, like I said, he's a wrestler, and the thing is, the wrestlers like him. Actually, no, let me correct that. They love him. They trust him. Like I said, because he's the one behind basically creating NXT. So they love and trust Triple H. So if he were to go, then the wrestlers probably would be in trouble because whoever would book it probably would, they would have to hire another wrestler or maybe hire somebody else in the clique. Hire X-Pac to run it or something like that, or Kevin Nash. Maybe he could
see them putting Eric Bischoff back in there. It won't shock me.
I don't see that, but I mean, who knows? Yeah, I don't think Bischoff. Personally, I don't think Eric Bischoff would want the job, but you never know. Because he was, like I said, Vince was running things when he appointed Paul Heyman, or as executive Raw, and then appointed Bischoff. Remember that when Bischoff was head of SmackDown and Paul Heyman was head of Raw? And
that's what I was about to say.
Right, yeah. And Bischoff left, I think, after a month. He was gone, so he didn't.
Yeah, because they tried to put that whole blame on him, like he was the reason why WWE was like straight sucking. Like, nah, he had nothing to do with him. You knew who it was, and the sad part is the fans fell for it. The fans are so gullible. Instead of reading between the lines of who's really in charge and who's really doing everything, they just look at whoever's there. Like they say, "Oh, Paul Heyman is this. All right, let's go after him and attack him." So that's part of the fans' fault too.
All right, in the chat, I want to welcome Micah Hill and Johnny Mills. What's up, buddy? But anyway. I'm like this, this whole deal, I hope it works out in the long run. I hope it works out for everybody because if Endeavor turns out, if something takes a left turn in the future, because something takes a left turn if the WWE shows don't do good. And like I said, the streaming media rights were up in 2021 one media rights thing is up in 2020, the next year I think, and one is up in 2026, and they're supposed to go to a multi-global one streaming platform or some multimedia streaming platforms together. This is going to be UFC and WWE. You know, I think that's the goal for this, for the growth. You know, we need to make money on the streaming platforms, but the thing is, if that happens, WWE is going to be canceled or take it off Peacock. Because look at this, I actually subbed to Peacock to watch WrestleMania instead of watching it on my computer. I watched it on my TV for only $4.99. I only got it for a month to watch WrestleMania for $4.99, and I think that's where WWE's probably losing money now in WrestleMania. Because WrestMania used to be like $50 and $60.
I was about to say that
the
pay-per-view, is that revenue going to change?
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, they're saying it already is. They're saying because look, they're looking to upcharge it if it happens, because if they go to a private global streaming service, yeah, WrestleMania will probably be $50 or $60 again. But then again, if the fans don't like it, there ain't no fans gonna buy it.
Ain't no fans paying $50 to $60. Not in today's wrestling. It's not happening.
No.
So they think they're gonna do that.
That's gonna be the turn of the tide. Once they upcharge and they charge their price again, that's what it was before. People will just go back to doing what we do. You know what I mean? Find it on the free streams and watching it like that. You know, despite the freezes and maybe the ads or the lagging of the show. You know, but who cares? Yeah, like I said, see, that'll change, because once they upcharge and people don't buy it, then Endeavor and them, they're gonna have a problem.
Definitely,
they have a problem. Okay, well, we wish WWE, and it's how ironic. You know how when wrestlers in WWE got released, and they would say we wish them well on their future endeavors. The word endeavor.
That's just a company line to make it look good. That's all it is.
But it's kind of funny how now they're owned by Endeavor. We wish you well on your future endeavors. It's like Endeavor. It's like this new endeavors was coming. Like I said, because Ariel Manuel said they were friends. They've been friends for 23 years. Okay, so you've been friends with this guy all this long, and now you're going into business with him. But okay, because even Ariel says
that's a loophole.
Yeah,
because now Vince McMahon could say, okay, I don't own everything. This person here is someone that's running it with me.
Sit down, London.
So that could be to try to make the company look good. To say, see, Vince McMahon's name is not at the top. It's not at the top. It could be one of those.
Yeah, because I think by the end of the year, when the deal is finalized, Vince McMahon will no longer have power. He's supposed to be kept on as executive chairman. He's supposed to be a part of the chairman of the board now. Not to be an on-screen talent, not to be on TV, or not to be at shows being creative. But
I'll believe it when I see it.
True,
Vince
yeah, that's what
go on TV.
Yeah, Vince is supposed to be just corporate now, upper level corporate now. But we'll see. Or maybe in the long run, maybe this is his way to exit the company. Once he gets older, you know what I mean. He can retire. Like I said, he's got enough money to retire. Yeah. I can't see him doing this until he dies. But then again,
I can.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Yeah, I mean, but why? You're not gonna live forever, and all them billions of money, all them billions of dollars, he can't take to the grave with him. You know what I mean? That's all.
Damn sure try.
Yeah, he probably will. Yeah, he'll probably have a request to his family. Bury me with a bunch of money in my coffin. Oh boy. You know what? If that would actually happen, you know how many people would dig up their grave just to get the money out and take that shit. But
same thing with people that try to bury their cars and stuff. I'm like, y'all can't take any of that with y'all. Stop it.
Oh yeah, one more thing from that same interview. It says right here, Vince McMahon was a squawk in the box with Ari Emanuel this morning to talk about the selling WWE to Endeavor Group, the parent company of the UFC. A new company will be formed where WWE and UFC will merge. Okay. Right here, during the interview, the allegations were mentioned when asked about his legacy. This is what Vince says, and I quote, "I've made mistakes, obviously, personally and professionally, through my 15-year career," McMahon stated. You goddamn got that right. But look at this. This is where the lie comes in. I've owned up to every single one of them and then moved on. Bullshit. I'm not sure of the legacy stuff. I'm not going to write it. I don't know. I want to say, as someone who had an extraordinary amount of fun, great passion for what they did, and wound up doing the biggest deal he's ever done in his life.
He had a lot of fun, all right.
And then also asked right here, it says, when asked about securing the intellectual property of his life story and likeness, the man stated, "It is what it is." That's a reference to the Netflix project that he was supposed to do on his on a documentary on him, which was scrapped now. So yeah, I've got the interview up right here on video, but I'm not gonna play it.
They're gonna put a documentary, or they're gonna make one up the moment he passes, guaranteed. You're gonna have everybody and their mama talking about him.
Yeah, they were supposed to make one. This is before the scandals came out. They were supposed to make one, and it was in the works too. They were doing footage. They had interviews and everything.
They got that footage. They ain't throw it away. They not crazy.
Yeah, it's So, but for Vince to say he owned up to every mistake, no, he didn't. And now when he talks about it, he had fun along the way, yeah, he had fun, a la the Diva Skank search. That's where the fun was. He had fun with all the women, so that's where the fun was.
Pretty much.
But anyway, yeah, and of course, pretty much that's where all the hush money went too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but anyway, okay, we'll switch gears now. I don't know if you heard about this, but you know about this Vicky Guerrero issue, a situation?
Damn, what's wrong with Vicky? That's my girl.
No,
Excuse me.
No, it's right here. Vicky Guerrero's daughter says she was sexually assaulted by a stepfather. Vicky chose him over her. Right here it says,
what?
Yeah, Sherilyn Guerrero, the daughter of Vicky and Eddie Guerrero, posted a video on her TikTok account about her stepfather allegedly sexually assaulting her in 2020 while they were on a cruise. Sherilyn says that she wants a relationship with her mother, but instead she chose to side with her husband. She also said that she didn't want to wish anything negative in the direction of her family, but she wanted to get this out because she's received messages about not being involved with her mother when the reality is that her mother blocked her. Vicky has not publicly commented on the allegations. If she does, she will update this. She will update this page with her comments. We have also reached out to her for comment. Vicky noted on Twitter, says on Sunday, that she was about to go on a 2-week cruise. Sherilyn's TikTok video is embedded below. That's what it says, but wow. I didn't find it. But also right here, Chavo Guerrero chimed in also, just to let everyone know, I fully support my cousin Sherilyn Guerrero, Eddie's daughter, and have been doing so privately in the last couple of years of her struggles. She is a very strong woman for coming forward with the sexual assault she has suffered. I love you, Prima. Now, Vicky did respond on Instagram, but the message was deleted. But it's up right here. It says,
"That's what." But 2020, isn't her daughter grown?
Yeah, her daughter's grown. Yeah, but But let me read this response from Vicky Guerrero. She responded on Instagram. This has been this is what was she deleted it. There are two sides to a story. Over 15 years, my relationship with Sherilyn has been hostile, and I have tried to deal with a narcissistic person. Not only myself, but close friends of Sherilyn of over 10 years and family have cut ties with her because of her manic behaviors. Okay. I've tried to do a therapy with Sherilyn, but she always said no, and that I am sick, not her. Sherilyn, please tell your side of your character of being drunk on the cruise and having guys in your room, then crying because you think you were raped. Then demanded us to go to a pharmacy in Bahamas for Plan B. You want to play dirty and sling Chris and I through the mud. I can play too. Are you enjoying the car? Are you enjoying the car that Chris bought you since you wrecked yours? I am so done with you and tired of the years of your manipulation, lies, and disrespect. I kept quiet for years because you never seeked therapy to learn how to have an adult conversation with me. It has always been your way or nothing at all, okay? Sherilyn, not only will I see you in court, but you and I will no longer be related. For the fans who feel entitled to comment, F you hear one side of a story and you feel entitled to comment on something you know nothing about. Wow. So there's one side, and you have Vicky's side. Yeah. What are your thoughts there?
Once you make something public like that, man, listen, it's gonna come with a lot of fireworks, and that's what it seems to be. I mean, That's a tough position to be in on both sides. Like it's like your mother doesn't believe you, but then it's like, did this really happen to her, or is this just one of her tantrums? And she knows the stigma that comes with the SA stuff. So I would never want to be in that position. And then to say I'll see you in court and we have nothing to do with each other, that's got to be tough. So you got the stress of lose. So now basically, Vicky done lost her husband and a daughter. The daughter done lost her mother and her father. Like that's a lose lose situation. It doesn't matter how you look at it. I know people are gonna take sides and things like that. I don't think they should, but that's not good on either side. It's not healthy, and both parties are gonna need therapy after this. Both of them.
That's true. Well, she didn't lose her father. I mean, she never had a father because Vicky basically sided with the father. I seen the picture too. He's a white.
No,
Oh, go ahead.
no, that's not. That's the girl. That's not Vicky's current husband, right? That's Eddie's daughter, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. She lost her dad and
Right.
Eddie
Her
Guerrero,
her
and
real
then
dad. Her real dad. I'm sorry, her real dad. Yeah.
and then lost her
Sorry about
mom
that.
because of this whole ordeal that's going
Yeah.
on. So
And the thing is, Vicky Guerrero, you would think she would try to find another Latino man, but I guess not. No, but she married a white man. So hey,
I mean, I don't care who she marries. It's just
I know.
that type of. That's not a
But
good look.
but you know my beliefs. Once you marry, once you marry one of those, one of those, and there's always a stigma around it, a stigmatism around it. See,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
look,
terrible.
he may have bought her a new car, but if he did it still,
Oh,
a
if
new
he
car,
did that, oh, he deserved to get a one-way trip to the upper room.
right? The
No questions asked.
thing is, in court, she's got to prove it, or somebody's got to, she got
Yeah,
to prove it. There's got to be proof. I mean, if she was raped, did she go to the cops? Did she have hospital, have some female nurses examine her, take pictures, that kind of thing?
have the clothes
Yeah,
that you got on, all of that.
right.
Yeah, you definitely
DNA,
want to bring all that evidence.
DNA
Exactly,
evidence. Is there any liquid fluid evidence that matches DNA, blood
definitely.
tests, all that stuff.
Because if you got that, you can nail that MFer to the cross.
Hmm. I want to welcome Warmaster 777 to the show. Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. Well, now we got that. Now we got past that. Vicky Guerrero. Yeah. Excuse me. Vicky Guerrero.
I'm done with Hill, yo.
Yeah.
I can't, yo. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that.
Oh boy. Trying to go to another article here, but having a hard time. My computer's being slow.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Here's one. Here's read. It says basically Vince McMahon's message to employees about the sale. Basically, all it says, I'm excited to announce. Okay, basically, he's announcing the partnership. So
It's basically blah blah blah. That's all it is. But you can
yeah.
read it though.
No, I can read it because everybody knows. Well, all it says, I'm excited to announce that WWE has entered into a partnership with the Endeavor to create a one-of-a-kind company that will bring together two global sports and entertainment powerhouses. The historic alliance of these two formidable institutions has the potential to unlock vast growth opportunities for both organizations and generate an optimal outcome for our employees, shareholders, fans, and other stakeholders. Notice he didn't say wrestlers and employees. Bear with me, folks. Notice he didn't say wrestlers and the talent. See, there should be a financial growth for the talent too. Because they have families, they have medical expenses. The wrestlers could use some of those 9.3 billions. You know what I mean? He could spread that around in Christmas bonuses. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Oh yeah, get the bell. You notice he said it's a good opportunity for stakeholders and shareholders and this, that, and the third, but not the wrestlers. Oh boy.
Oh, so we done with the yabba dabba with Vince McMahon is talking?
Yeah, because basically at the end of it, he says this will be it'll generate optimal outcome for our employees, shareholders, fans, and other stakeholders. How the hell is it going to help the fans?
That
He ain't
man
been,
is a liar.
yeah, that's damn sure. This one, but like I said, that's just a damn corporate smokescreen. It ain't gonna help the
Word,
fans.
exactly.
The
Like,
one thing
stop.
the fans are going to do are going to keep filling his pockets. About coming to the shows and buying tickets. You know what I mean? That man got so much money. He doesn't even, like I said, he doesn't need to work, but he just wants to because how much money? How much money?
Man,
Do
I
you,
would have just took the
yeah,
$9 billion and been gone. I'd been like, F that.
that's what I'm
I'd
saying.
have
I
been
mean,
gone.
how much money do you need, Vince? How much goddamn money do you need? You know what I mean? And look, you notice one of the bushwhackers just passed away. You know what I mean?
Oh, they did?
Yeah, Butch. The one called
wow.
it was like one of them passed away. Look at this. He started a GoFundMe. His family started a GoFundMe account to pay for his medical expenses. Now these motherfuckers worked for Vince also. Vince has got $9.3 billion. Vince could have reached out to them and Vince could reach out to them and offer them $1 million, pay for his expenses and to take care of them. This is the stuff I've said before. Vince needs to do. See, he's got so much money. Every wrestler who's worked for him that's broke his back, especially back in the days, that's basically down in luck, they can't walk, they got medical expenses. He should help every one of them out. He should help all of them out. He should be say, hey, what you need, man? Here you go. I'm gonna give you $1 million. You know what I mean?
He's gonna say you on your own and leave it at that.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, see,
Shit.
the wrestlers are valuable as long as they're
Dude, not even that.
Yeah, the wrestlers are valuable as long as they're making him millions and putting in his pocket. But when they're
He's
old
like-
and they're injured and then they're released, it's like the hell with them.
He's dragging them to the back alley and he's putting them there and letting nature take its course. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's doing.
All this hoopla, Now, here's one subject I want to discuss too. Also, right here, some WWE talent exploring options outside of WWE if Vince McMahon returns full time to handle creative. Now, that's a wise choice. It says right here, last month, it's been reported about talent and staff expecting releases after WrestleMania as the company looks to cut back on expenses during the WrestleMania week ahead of the sale. As we noted that one person who works behind the scenes was under the belief that releases, talent, backstage staff, office staff, and all three departments were expected as soon as this month. That was the chatter among those we spoke with last month, or spoken with. The report stated that at least one person has been preparing for life outside of WWE. Again, we don't have confirmation that releases are coming, but there are people in the company who believe that people will be cut, especially those that have not been used on TV in a meaningful role in recent weeks. Dana Brooke. In addition to the expected cuts because of the sale, there is also the concern about Vince McMahon getting more involved with creative, despite Nick Khan and Triple H and Vince himself indicating that Vince would only oversee the big picture stuff. Vince was said to be heavily involved in the creative last night at Raw. Of course, yeah, we know that. It was reported by multiple outlets that changes made by Vince over the weekend and at Raw have led to a drop in morale in the locker room. Says another report today that multiple wrestlers are exploring their options in the event that Vince McMahon was steadily involved. Says that at least two talent, including one near the top of the card, has said that they would likely request their release if this is a trend moving forward. And there you go.
They might as well they might as well ask for that release now because you already know Vince McMahon Incorporated got the fingerprints all over it. So,
hey, you know what? There's actually been two NXT talents asking for the release, but they haven't been granted yet.
wow.
I wonder why. And these are NXT talents. They can look. They can see it coming. Go on, let them go. Let my people go. Like I said, see, they don't trust Vince. The talent does not trust Vince. It's just that's just the whole moral to the story. You know what I mean?
That's probably what it is, Johnny. They probably saw Vince McMahon come back and it's like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh yeah, yeah. See now, Jay White and FTR are smart. They saw it coming. They said, "No, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going back to that bullshit."
FTR was already in WWE. Not sure who the Jay White person is, but
Jay White, he was in New Japan. He's real good because he was on AEW this past Wednesday. He came out there and jumped somebody. Yeah, the guy with the long hair and mustache. He's supposed
I
to
would
be
have to
really
see.
good.
I would have to see what he looked like.
Yeah, you know when you see him, like I said, but Triple H and them,
Okay.
WWE wanted them. Somebody posted a meme about, hey, Jay White, call us back. So wait on your call, and then he doesn't call back. So it's kind of funny, But
So probably Triple H tried
true.
to lure him over because that got Triple H fingerprints written on it. Triple H probably tried to lure him into WWE, and once Vince McMahon came back to the public screen, it was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No thanks. And Jay White, and look at this. But and the thing is, even if Jay White were to sign, you know where he would end up first, right in NXT, where he don't need to be. That guy's the guy was like a 10-year veteran. Why are you putting veterans in NXT for one thing? Everybody knows who that guy is. Don't put him in NXT. Put him on the main roster.
The only person that I seen that did not go to NXT was AJ Styles. AJ Styles was the only person that avoided NXT. Everybody else,
and that's funny.
Doesn't matter who it is, all went to NXT.
Yeah, look, that's funny. Like Bobby Roode was in NXT, and I think he was a longer veteran than Jay Styles. Remember Team Canada?
Samoa Joe was in freaking NXT for crying out loud.
What the fuck was Samoa Joe doing in NXT? And then Bobby Roode. It's Bobby Roode disappeared. I found out somebody said he's injured, but the glorious.
I thought he was. I didn't even think he was with the company no more. Wow.
Me neither, because he's been gone. He's been gone like 3 or 4 months.
A minute.
Now, sometimes some wrestlers get quietly released, and you don't hear about it. So I was thinking maybe that was a good thing, But no, he's injured, so he's still in the contract. I don't know why, but
I don't know why.
So
I was gonna say they killed that man's momentum before he even had a chance. A lot of them that happens to them. I think EC3 was another wrestler. They did that with so many people. Like by the time they was like on the verge of getting to the main roster, it was already over.
Oh yeah. Okay, now let's move on. Here's a little funny spot. I don't know if you've seen the trailer, but they've actually made a movie based on the Barbie dolls. It's called Barbie, and it stars the chick who played Harley Quinn, not the one who's filming the Joker 2, but the original Harley Quinn. Margaret Robbie, she's playing Barbie. But guess who's also a cast member in it? I think that's why we saw him in a picture of him with the high heels and nylon stockings. John Cena's in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Hey, look, I got the article up right here, and it shows up right here. John Cena joins the cast of the new Barbie movie. It's
one thing I don't like about Hollywood, this whole obsession with men in dresses. I will never understand it for the life of me.
Yeah, look, I watched the trailer twice. That shit looks like it's literally going to be for little girls. And the thing is, Barbie came out in the 80s from a company
Barbie
now. No, I mean, from a company called Mattel. It's probably out of business now, but it probably merged. I think you have Barbie dolls in stores, but I think they're different now. Okay. But the original Barbie and Margaret Robbie is a Barbie. Look, you know who should have been in that role instead of Margaret Robbie? But see, she's popular. You know what I mean? You should have put Kelly Kelly in that role because look at this. Before she became Kelly Kelly, her stage name was Barbie Blank. Remember, when she was 19 years old, she first joined WWE. Barbie Blank. She'd been perfect. She'd been perfect for that role because she's blonde and blue eyes like a Barbie, but she's blank between the ears.
Oh my God!
Because like I said, that's perfect name for her, Barbie Blank. But John Cena's in that role. Look at this. Think about all the John Cena fans and kids who buy his merch and look up to him as a tough guy. This motherfucker is in a movie of Barbie. You know what? You'd have thought he dyed his hair blonde and played Ken because he could play Ken. You know what I mean? But if you see that commercial he's in about paying rent on, he's dancing in the street and everything, and all lighthearted and hunky dory, you can tell Hollywood is fucking him up. I mean, he may have muscles, but he has lost all his masculinity at this point.
Definitely.
Now he's gonna star in a movie called Barbie. Hey, look, to all the Cena fans out there, to the C Nation, all the little kids, right now, go in your room, take your merch, all the posters, take them down and throw them right in the garbage, or put some lighter fluid on them and burn that shit up. Because your boy, yeah, we can't see him.
Yeah, he's done for. Yeah, I mean that's what happens with Hollywood. You got to do that. Put you in a dress ritual. It doesn't happen to everybody. If you want to make it big and you want to go far, you gotta put that dress on in some way, shape, or form. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, well, that's
And
what
honestly, it's embarrassing.
that's what he's done.
But that's influence, though. That right there is influence. Oh, if John Cena could wear a dress, so can I. Oh God. And then we got to ask ourselves, what are we promoting here?
Yeah, what are you promoting when supposedly one of the tough guys is in a movie called Barbie?
That's
But hey,
terrible.
I wish it luck. Like I said, I'm not going to see it. I just saw the trailer. I was like, oh my God. They have now Hollywood, this is sinking to a new low. I understand when it comes to action toys, Transformers was cool. Voltron, that's cool. But of course, they haven't made a movie with Voltron yet. They should. But they don't need to. I've got the original.
No, they don't need to now. They don't need to make
Yeah.
any. They didn't already ruin classic movies that I loved as a kid, and they already ruined.
Well, Transformers
half
was
of
awesome.
them.
Actually, the Transformers was awesome. I love the Transformers. I have all of them. They're awesome.
Okay, I've never seen the Transformers movies.
Oh, you
'Cause
can
I
watch
was
it.
like,
They're pretty
I'm
good.
not chancing it.
Cause no, look, Michael Bay directed most of them, all of them. Michael Bay and Michael Bay is going to go. So I watched the Transformers. You like it? Trust me. I've got all 6 of them. And actually, there's a new one coming out called it's a prequel. It's called Rise of the Beast, but it looks good. But that was good. The 2 G.I. Joe movies they made live action were actually pretty good. But I think the second one,
Joe movie.
yeah, they made 2 of those because the second one actually the second one the Rock is in. Actually, it was pretty. The Rock is in it with Bruce Willis.
What movie isn't The Rock in? Like at this point, what movie isn't he in? Like that's the better question because The Rock has his hands in everything.
Yeah,
that's why I say The Rock put on that dress. He's another one. He put on that dress, and that man is plastered everywhere.
Hey, look, but look, have you seen? Did you see Black Adam? He funded a lot of his own money, but Black Adam, it's got a post-credit scene because the dude that played Superman came back in a post-credit scene. But look at this. James Gunn, who directed the Guardians of the Galaxy, is taking over head of creative for the future DC franchise boots. And Black Adam didn't clear the numbers that it was supposed to. And then The Rock wanted to center the Black Adam character around future sequels and everything. But James Gunn said no, and then he tried to go over his head to the DC board itself. And now he's been fired. There's not going to be a Black Adam 2 anytime soon. And even the guy that plays Superman, Henry Cavill, who just came back, is gone again. So The Rock then fucked himself and the other actor over. So you know what I mean. So
they're probably going by the comics though. I don't know if they are, but I'm saying they could be going by the comics because some people like to stick to the comics and others just like to do whatever with it.
Yeah, here's the thing. They made Black Adam basically like an anti-hero superhero in this movie, and he wasn't. He wasn't a good guy. So I guess the action was good and the effects were good, but they didn't follow the continuity of the comic at all. They said so. I like
Black Adam is a villain.
Right, yes.
He's supposed to be a villain.
They didn't make him a villain in the movie. See, if you watch it, like I said, I bought a copy. I have a copy. I thought it was good. But it was like I said, see, like you said, they didn't follow the continuity or the thing of the comics at all. So it's not. So like I said, if you want to stream it, just stream it and watch it. I'm not saying buy it, but stream it and watch it on a free site, and you'll see what I mean. But like I said, the effects, the special effects were good. But like I said, despite the action, The Rock's Dwayne Johnson, you still can't act. But that's just me. But
I think it's because I think it's just because he's plastered on everything. Like there's some actors that's like, okay, I can do this genre and that genre. All these other genres, I'm not gonna really touch it because that's not really my thing. The Rock is like, I don't care. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna jump in this, in this, in this. He's jumping in everything.
Okay, well,
so I think that's what it is.
Yeah, well, usually I wouldn't do this, but I'll say good luck, Barbie. I see a bad omen for that one. That should probably last a month, and they'll probably get.
They might as well put that shit straight to DVD.
Right, I'm saying, but I'm thinking
they probably got a better chance at getting numbers from there than putting it on the big screen.
I think the audience they're targeting, like I said, they're expecting a bunch of mothers with their little girls bring to the theater. That's what they're expecting. That's where the money's going to be, because I can't see young guys and teenagers or with their dates going to see that shit, because they'll be either bored out of their mind or it'll be, like I said, it looks stupid. Like I said, you see the world, it looks stupid. They basically literally bought the Barbie sets to life. You got somebody there playing Ken who acts like basically a complete complete doofus.
And that's how they put the men in a lot of these shows and movies. They just make the guy look like a a clown, like he can't do anything
Oh,
for
the whole
himself.
the whole cast is a bunch of clowns, and basically, I think it's also a musical in a sense too. So you have some dance numbers in there too, and you actually have one black Barbie in there. You have one black token black in the trailer. So there you
Of
go.
course,
See,
of course, we gotta have one.
there's your stereotype right there. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. Oh, do you remember Melina?
Yeah, I like Melina. That's my
Yeah,
girl.
you like her. Yeah, but you're not gonna like this. During
Ah,
WrestleMania weekend at the WrestleCon, where everybody's doing appearances, appearances.
yeah.
Says right here, former WWE star Melina traveled to Los Angeles this past weekend to appear at WrestleCon, but unfortunately, there was an incident that led to her being asked to leave. Melina first started working for WWE in 2004, you know that, where she later made her way to the main roster as a manager for John Morrison and Joey Mercury, Eminem, of course. She would
Eminem,
then
that was my
transition.
team.
She would then transition into a full-time singles competitor in 2006. She departed in 2011. She is a 3-time WWE Women's Champion and a 2-time WWE Divas Champion. Melina had a run in the NWA from 2019 to 2021 and appeared in Impact Wrestling in 2021. She returned for a one-off WWE appearance in the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble match. Here's the report now. There's a report Melina attended the WWE SmackDown event on Friday night. This was the Friday night going home show before WrestleMania. After returning to the WrestleCon hotel, she was acting out in a loud manner, getting into an argument, and according to one person, a physical altercation. The report noted that the security at the hotel had to get involved, and she was ordered off the property and not allowed to return to do her signings at WrestleCon. Now, I have to ask one question for Melina. Now, she appears to be and I even tweeted this to her. I tweeted the article to her on Twitter, and I asked her, "Can you explain this?" Of course, I didn't get an answer. But I'm thinking now while you were at the SmackDown event, did you order a lot of beer? Did you drink? Were you drinking heavily?
That's what I was gonna ask too. That's
Did
what I would
you
ask
use
too.
did you use any drugs? Because you don't just
Yeah.
act out loudly and then start a fight with somebody for no damn reason. You had to be on something, or unless you had a really, really bad bipolar mental illness breakdown. Your thoughts are your thoughts get the belt.
That's not a good look for her. What is up with the the female, the Latinas? Like they just taking L's today. First Vicky, now Melina. God damn.
Yeah, goddamn. Well, Vicky didn't act out. I mean, that's her daughter, basically. No, but
I mean, but
yeah,
I mean, come on, to say I want nothing to do with you, like we are
true.
no
Yeah,
longer related. Like, come on, like
that's true. Yeah, there must be some bad blood between those two.
that's what I'm saying.
But see, Melina, what are your thoughts? What do you think happened? I'm asking a question. I'm just theorizing.
She had to, yeah, she definitely had to be influenced by something for
Yeah,
her to act
or in
up
this
like
case,
that.
under the influence.
That too.
Maybe did you have too much tequila
That
Friday night?
too.
You
I
know,
mean, does she feel bad for it afterwards, or she just went in complete silence, hoping nobody would talk about it, or it wouldn't get much traction or anything like that? Because
no, it got some traction. Go ahead.
even though people haven't seen like Melina in years, they still know who she is.
Yeah, and she was working in the NWA just in 2021, and came back. And last
Yeah,
year came back for a one-off in the WWE Royal Rumble. So
come on,
she's around, of
she
course,
messed it
obviously.
up. Oh my god,
I'm just
I caught that.
I'm just saying, you know,
Oh my god,
what's your problem, Melina? What's going on? You know, lay off,
I don't know,
or in this
man.
case, lay off the tequila. You know, stop the
Yeah, lay off that. If that's what you're doing, leave that alone because it's not leading you into anything good. And then
No.
you lost signings. That's money right there you losing. Like you messing up your money, girl. You better chill out.
Oh, speaking of the signings, I don't know if I sent you a picture of this. I sent it to somebody else, but this year WrestleMania, before WrestleMania, to get autographs with the wrestlers and people, it's like a picture with Undertaker, it's like a $499 or $500.
I love the Undertaker, but I'm not paying that.
Yeah, look,
Undertaker's my all-time favorite wrestler, but there's
even
no way in hell I'm
yeah,
paying
no,
that.
and
I'm sorry.
Even Bailey was trying to charge those prices. I'm like, hey, look, as far as women go, hey Bailey, you want $500 or $400? You get the room and no condoms, or condoms optional, or at least give me some sucky, you know, with that. Because you ain't getting my money just for no damn autograph and no 8x10 in a picture. I I want some pussy. That's just me. You know?
Undertaker is a legend, but still to pay that much, that's half of like Beyonce tickets, and even that ain't worth it.
I'm just saying, yeah, even for
Like,
Undertaker, yeah. I mean, I like
that's
Undertaker,
crazy.
but you know, I could pay some bills with that money. I could buy some food. You know what I mean? Buy me something to eat. Buy me some clothes with that money.
Who you telling? I
why
could
should I
buy
put
a
that
whole new wardrobe with that.
Right, yeah. Why should I put that in your damn pocket just for a damn picture and autograph?
Just for a picture?
And the thing is, yeah, go ahead.
I honestly think it's because of resellers and stuff like that. Those individuals that do that type of stuff. I think that's also a reason why they putting the prices up so high. So it's like, okay, if you gonna make money off of me, it's gonna be at a price. So I think that could be a reason why they do it. But 500, that's too much. I think even $30 is too much, but 500, what? You bugging. Man, Undertaker ain't wrestling Sting. Undertaker need to stay his ass retired and leave it at that.
No, well, yeah, well, Sting is 62 years old now, so he
Sting needs to sit his ass down and retire too. I got love for Sting, but he needs to chill out too. I know he's doing his thing at AEW, but he needs to slow his ass down too.
And Taker's retired, so Taker ain't coming back. Taker ain't doing shit. So you know,
he don't
Sting and Taker. That should have happened years ago, but I know no one pushed for it. So
let's just leave that to the video games. A fantasy match. Let's just leave it as a fantasy match.
It should have happened though. It should have happened. It could have happened 2 years ago.
Definitely, no doubt.
But see, Vince missed the boat with that. I mean, he had him signed to a contract, but then you had him fighting Triple H, and Triple H burying him. You should have brought him back just for the Undertaker. You should have brought him just for the Undertaker or one time Undertaker storyline, and then leave it at that just to see who's the best. You know what I mean? Because like I said, because you got two mystical characters with him with the bat and the makeup and the crow image, and him as a dead man. That was a dream match right there, worthy of WrestleMania.
That's what I'm saying. That is a WrestleMania match.
That should have been a WrestleMania main event. That could have been a WrestleMania main event. You know how much money we were talking about, and how much publicity you could have made with that, and the build up for that. And Vince totally missed that shit. But instead,
he fumbled that badly.
And then, but basically, you gave him a storyline with Triple H and buried him. I mean, please come on. But like as one person said, it is what it is. Okay, now here's something else we're going to talk about just briefly right here. This happened off camera during Raw with Seth Rollins right here. It says Rollins, who beat Logan Paul at WrestleMania on Saturday night, did a backstage segment on Raw where he was interviewed and said that he was feeling good after hitting a stomp on Paul that was heard around the world. He said it sent Paul and KSI back to the wasteland of social media. Okay, Rollins said that something about the night was missing and the party isn't in the back, but rather out in the ring. He walked out to the ring and they cut to a commercial. Once returning from break, Rollins had his arms open while the crowd chanted his theme. Moments later, Rollins just left the ring without saying a word. As seen below, Rollins, there's a picture of a video for it below. Rollins, who had a microphone in his hand, was seen talking to the production crew, and he was clearly told something that upset him. Although not confirmed, it appears that his segment was one of many to be changed, as it looks like Rollins was prepared to do a promo. And it says that. Yeah, there's a video of it that you can watch. And the thing is, this segment, I think, was cut, and because people were singing and chanting the song and everything, like they always do, they were singing the song.
Yeah,
and the thing is, right in the middle, right before a commercial break, was over. They said for no reason he left the ring and never came back, so the segment was cut. So see, Vince fucked him over right there during the show. You cut the segment right during the show.
Vince McMahon writing. That's Vince McMahon's fingerprints all over that. If that's the case. And I can see him doing that.
And see, that alone, that negative feedback on that alone is what Endeavor didn't like. That's why, like what I read off my phone earlier with the Endeavor statement right there, Vince was already taken off head of creative. Taken off head of creative. I hope that's enforced. You know what I mean? I hope this chairman executive Pete Whiteshell. I hope he enforced that. That's just me. So there's Vince got to stop this shit. This shit has to stop because you're making your own show look bad when you do that shit. You know what I mean?
Definitely. You definitely are. That's embarrassing.
Oh boy. But like I said, in spite of everything, the deal, wrestlers being pulled.
Shit, Seth Rollins might be released too, and Becky Lynch. Won't surprise me.
I don't know about that because I think Seth and Becky sell tickets. You know what I mean? And see, Becky Lynch is right now tag team champion with Lita. They wouldn't do that because they would if they would release Becky. Yeah, you know that. Yeah. It was Becky Lynch and Lita that beat Damage Control for the tag team belts. Now, on the note of Damage Control never really worked right from Jump Street.
It hasn't.
Damage Control was basically bullshit, but see, Triple H liked the idea. That's the idea he liked. Vince was against it, of course.
I think, that's what I was about to say. I think it's something Triple H liked, and Vince McMahon was like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that.
And they tried it. Of course, it didn't work. But see, that's Triple H. Triple H is about giving people a chance. But see, it didn't work. That's why. So now, Bayley was pulled from Raw. Damage Control came out there and basically was fed and basically jobbers. So now, what you need to do is they need to push Control Alt Delete on Damage Control. Right there. Split them up. Have Io Sky do a singles run. Io Sky could probably be good as a face. Who knows? Dakota Kai, I don't know. Dakota Kai is Dakota Kai. It's just what it is. But I'm thinking Ronda Rousey and Shayna are going to beat Becky Lynch and Lita for the title eventually. Also, eventually in the storyline, there's supposed to be a hint at Trish Stratus turning heel on Becky Lynch for some reason. I don't know why. They could have did that at WrestleMania, but they didn't, or did on Raw, but they didn't. So I guess maybe that's been put on hold, or you never know. But I don't see the point of Lita and Becky Lynch.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, because Lita is also a Hall of Famer and retired. I'm thinking this is something she's doing just for a little while. This is just a temporary thing, and so Ronda and Baszler get the belts. That's what I'm thinking.
I just wonder who they will defend it against, though. That's the only other thing you got to worry about.
Oh yeah, it's their opponent's going to be Ronda and Shayna Baszler sooner or later. Basically, I'm thinking either at Backlash or maybe at SummerSlam. Who knows? They might start a program with Ronda and Shayna Baszler going at Becky Lynch and Lita for a while. You know what I mean? Okay. And if Trish turns heel, she'll turn heel on them and make them lose the belts probably. That could be the heel turn right there. Who knows? And see, I can see that playing out. That actually makes sense, in a sense, of course. That's the only thing you can do with that. But as far as those women's belts, those women's tag team belts are basically worthless.
That's what I'm saying. Even if Ronda and Shayna win it, like, who are they going to defend it against?
Right? Yeah. Who cares? It's Ronda and Shayna Baszler. and personally, I think Shayna Baszler is running a course too. I don't think no one cares about her either. You know what I mean? She's just there.
Yeah, a lot of people feel her momentum was killed a long time ago.
Of course, yeah, because she came in, like I said, she's Ronda's good buddy. Because like Ronda, she's also from UFC. But now with the merger,
she is. Oh,
yeah, she fought in UFC also. Yeah, because I think she was part of Ronda's team. They were part of the Horsewomen, I think, at one time.
Really, another one. How many horsewomen or horsemen we gonna have?
That's right. The horsewomen were Sasha, Charlotte, and all them. But Ronda's crew was something else. They were just there. But they hinted at that feud one time when they all had a confrontation on camera one time. Remember, it was Sasha, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch. They all had a stare with Ronda, Shayna Baszler, and the other two who got released basically real fast.
Oh wow! Damn. I guess that must have been like a dream match or something, but it just never happened.
Of course, it was a dream. It never happened. Yeah, see, so Vince missed the boat, just like he missed the boat with Sting and Undertaker. But it is what it is. Okay, I think we've pretty much covered everything now. So, anything else you want to talk about, or if not, we can wrap this up if you want.
No, the only thing is, I'm just a TikTok thought now. I don't be on YouTube as much as I used to. I just run my mouth on TikTok all day.
I can't do TikTok because TikTok, I think, because that was created by the Chinese. They're looking. They might be monitoring you to steal your information. And that's why so many political people and government people have been banned off TikTok.
Because America ain't getting no money off of that. That's why they want to take it down. But that's for another day.
Yeah. Okay. So we can also. So I can go ahead and wrap this up. That's cool. All right.
All right. Not a problem.
All right, fellas. Well, that's we've covered everything, all the stories now. So that's that's pretty much it. Want to thank everybody in the chat: Sherman O. Scott, Johnny Mills, Warmaster 777, Micah Hill. I thank all the viewers for stopping by and showing your support. give the video a like if you want, you know. So and we'll see you again. We'll see you again sometime, you know. Yeah, and in the future, if you know, if God allows, so we want to say to everybody, peace and blessings. Hashtag for the culture, of course. And everybody have a blessed weekend.
All right.
I'm not gonna say happy for the holiday because, like I said, that's a white pagan holiday. So you know, I don't believe in that. So I don't follow that. So,
It's seek therapy, Vicky, and her daughter. Seek therapy. That's all I'm gonna say.
And also Melina,
Melina too.
Yeah, no. If you are
and not physical therapy, Melina.
Physical therapy.
I love you, but don't. Yeah, no physical therapy.
Yeah, Vince McMahon already gave her some physical therapy probably years ago, as well as Batista and others backstage. You know. But anyway,
I am so getting blocked.
I'm thinking for Melina, seek if you are tossing back tequila shots, too many tequila shots, seek Alcohol's Anonymous. That's you know, it helps. Or just seek some kind of therapy, you know. Just try the 10-step program. Take it one day at a time, and just drink water. You know, drink water, drink diet soda, drink juice,
something.
You know, drink some diet tea. You know what I mean?
Leave the liquor alone.
Yeah, but peace and blessings, y'all, and we out.